You know that feeling when you start something new, and you have no idea if it's going to work? That moment when you're standing at the edge, heart pounding, wondering if you should just step back? I'm Judith, and I'm a numerologist, which means I spend my days looking at patterns most people miss. And here's what I've learned. The universe doesn't ask you to see the whole staircase. It just asks you to take the first step. This week, April 5th through 11th, 2026, we're living through something rare. A complete cycle of manifestation compressed into 7 days. From the courage to begin to the wisdom to understand what you've created. We're in Universal Year 1, the Pioneer Year. And this particular week, it's going to walk you through every single phase of bringing an idea from your head into reality. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been circling around that big decision, this is your week. And if you've been wondering whether the numbers actually mean anything, stick with me. By Saturday, you're going to know. This is Cosmic Code with Judith. Let's decode your week. Alright, Sunday, April 5th. Day 1 energy. And let me tell you what that means. On this exact day in 1887, 139 years ago, a woman named Anne Sullivan did something that changed everything. She took a 7-year-old girl named Helen Keller to a water pump, placed her hand under the running water, and spelled WR into her palm. And in that moment, Helen, who had lived in complete darkness and silence, suddenly understood. Everything has a name. Language exists. Connection is possible. That's not incremental progress. That's not refinement. That's a beginning that changes everything. And that's the energy available to you today. The number 1 is pure initiation. It's the spark, the first step, the brave beginning when you can't see the whole path but you move anyway. So here's what I want you to do today, and I mean today, not tomorrow, not next week. I want you to start the thing you've been circling around. Maybe it's the business idea you've been researching for 6 months. Maybe it's the conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's the creative project that keeps whispering to you at 2 a.m. Whatever it is, begin it today. Money's on your mind? Good. Open that investment account. Pitch that idea. Launch that side project you've been sitting on. The 1 energy doesn't reward perfect plans. It rewards bold moves. Just make sure you're chasing something you actually believe in, not just the next shiny object. And your body? Start the walk. Start the training program. Book the appointment you've been putting off. This initiation energy will carry you further than you think, but only if you actually get started. And relationships, make the first move. Single? Send the message. Start the conversation. Partnered? Initiate something new together. Project? A trip. A shared goal. Relationships need fresh beginnings to thrive. They can't just be maintained. Here's your mantra for today, and I want you to say it out loud right now. I begin before I'm ready, and readiness follows courage. Say it again. Mean it. Because here's the thing about day 1 energy. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It just asks you to be brave enough to start. Let me tell you about 2 people. We'll call them Maya and Derek. Maya wakes up on Sunday and feels that familiar pull toward the photography business she's been dreaming about for 2 years. She's got the equipment. She's got the skills. She's got the fear. But today she decides to just start. She creates the Instagram account. She reaches out to 3 potential clients. She doesn't have a business plan. She doesn't have a website. She just begins. Derek feels the same pull toward his music, but he tells himself he needs to take one more online course first. He needs better equipment. He needs to wait until he has more time. He'll start next month. Maybe in the summer. Definitely by fall. By the end of this week, Maya will have booked her first 2 clients and learned more about her business than any course could teach her. Derek will have watched 3 YouTube videos about music production and still be waiting to begin. The difference isn't talent. It's not resources. It's the willingness to start before you're ready. That's day 1 energy. That's today. What are you going to begin? Monday, April 6th. Day 2 energy. And we're shifting gears. On this day in 1896, something remarkable happened in Athens. After 1,500 years, 15 centuries, the Olympic Games returned. Athletes from 14 nations gathered not to conquer each other, but to compete in the spirit of international friendship. In an era of empires and isolation, it was a radical act of cooperation. That's the energy of the number 2. After Sunday's solo launch, Monday asks you to bring others in. The 2 vibration is about recognizing that what you started yesterday will go further with the right partnerships. This is a day for collaboration, not competition. So pay attention to who shows up today. The people who express interest in your new beginning, who offer help, who seem aligned with your vision. These aren't coincidences. The 2 energy attracts the right partnerships when you're open to them. Money stuff today? Negotiate, don't demand. Whether it's salary, contracts, investments, look for the deal that works for both sides. Partnerships formed under today's energy have real staying power. And your health? Buddy up. Join the class. Find a workout partner. Hire a trainer if you can. Everything's easier when you're not doing it alone. Your body responds better to encouragement than to force today. Derek is still researching. He joins 3 Facebook groups about music production. He reads a lot of posts. He doesn't reach out to anyone. He tells himself he'll network once he has something to show. See the difference? Maya is building with people. Derek is preparing alone. The 2 energy doesn't reward solo grinding. It rewards strategic collaboration. Who do you need to bring into what you started yesterday? Tuesday, April 7th. Day 3 energy. And now we're getting into the fun part. On this day in 1948, the World Health Organization was established by the United Nations. It was an act of creative problem-solving on a global scale. The recognition that health isn't just a national concern, it's a human one, requiring new structures and new ways of thinking. That's the 3 energy. It's about expression, creativity, getting ideas out of your head and into the world. You started something on Sunday. You brought partners in on Monday. Now Tuesday asks, what does this actually look like? This is not a day for internal processing. It's a day for external expression. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Create the presentation. Design the prototype. Paint the picture. Whatever you're working on, give it form today. Make it visible. Make it tangible. Money on your mind today. When you're pitching, presenting, negotiating, focus on telling a compelling story about what you bring to the table. Numbers matter, but narrative wins. Your body wants to move today. Dance. Yoga. Something creative. Let your body communicate. It's not about burning calories. It's about letting your body speak. And love? Say what you feel. Clearly. Creatively. Write the note. Send the voice message. Express appreciation out loud. Today's energy makes words land with more weight than usual. Your mantra. My voice matters, my vision is valid, and the world is waiting for what only I can create. Back to Maya and Derek. Tuesday, Maya sits down with her new web designer partner, and they map out the entire brand. They finalize the color palette, the messaging, the client experience. By Tuesday night, they've got a mood board and a mission statement. It's not perfect, but it's real. It exists outside of Maya's head now. Derek spends Tuesday watching tutorials about music theory. He takes notes. He thinks about what his sound might be someday. He doesn't create anything. He's still preparing. Here's what I want you to understand. The 3 energy doesn't reward perfect ideas. It rewards expressed ideas. A messy draft beats a perfect plan that stays in your head. What are you going to create today? Wednesday, April 8th. Day 4 energy. Time to build the foundation. On this day in 1913, the 17th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, establishing the direct election of senators. It was about building better systems, recognizing that good intentions need solid structures to become lasting change. And that's exactly what Wednesday is asking of you. You've initiated. You've partnered. You've created. Now you need to build the container that will make it all sustainable. The 4 energy is about systems, processes, discipline. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. This is the day to create the budget, set up the workflow, establish the routine, build the infrastructure. Everything you've started this week needs a foundation strong enough to hold it. Today you build that foundation. Finances today? Build systems, not just income. Automate your savings. Set up that spreadsheet. Create the tracking system. Today's energy helps you build structures that work even when you're not thinking about them. Passive systems beat active willpower every time. Health? Create the realistic routine, not the aspirational one. The one you can actually do every day, even when motivation fades. Consistency beats intensity today. And for love, build rituals. Weekly date night. Morning coffee together. Evening walks. Structure is what makes passion last. Your mantra. Discipline is not restriction. It's the architecture of freedom. Maya and Derek Wednesday edition. Maya spends Wednesday setting up the systems. She creates a simple booking process. She sets up a payment system. She blocks out time in her calendar for shoots and editing. She creates a pricing structure. It takes 3 hours and it's not exciting, but by Wednesday night she has a business, not just an idea. Derek thinks about creating a practice schedule. He reads an article about the importance of routine. He doesn't actually create one. He tells himself he'll figure it out as he goes. Here's the truth. The 4 energy separates dreamers from builders. Dreamers wait for inspiration. Builders create systems that work whether they're inspired or not. What system are you going to build today? Thursday, April 9th. Day 5 energy. And just when you thought we were getting too structured, we break free. On this day in 1959, NASA announced the Mercury 7, the first American astronauts. These were test pilots who volunteered to be shot into space in capsules barely larger than phone booths. They chose the unknown over the comfortable. Adventure over safety. That's the 5 energy. After Wednesday's structure building, Thursday says, now let's test what we've built. The 5 vibration is restless, curious, ready to explore. This is the day to push boundaries, to see what happens when you color outside the lines. Take the calculated risk. Try the new approach. Have the unexpected conversation. Money today. Explore new income streams. Take the meeting that feels outside your usual lane. Today's energy opens doors you didn't know existed, but only if you're willing to walk through. Your body. Mix it up. If you always run, swim. If you're always in the gym, go outside. Today's vibration keeps your body responsive through variety and challenge. Adaptation requires change. And in your relationships, surprise each other. Break the routine. The spontaneous date. The unexpected gesture. The adventure you wouldn't normally choose. Reignite the spark through novelty. Your mantra. I am safe enough to be spontaneous, structured enough to be free. Maya and Derek on Thursday. Maya gets a message from someone who saw her Instagram post. A local magazine wants to feature emerging photographers, and they're looking for someone to shoot a small editorial spread. It's not her usual portrait work. It's a little scary. She says yes anyway. By Thursday night, she's scheduled her first editorial shoot for Saturday. Derek sees a post about an open mic night for musicians. He thinks about going. He doesn't. Too soon. He's not ready. Maybe next month. The 5 energy rewards the people who say yes before they feel ready. It punishes the people who wait for perfect conditions. What are you going to say yes to today? Friday, April 10th. Day 6 energy. Time to tend what you've created. On this day in 1866, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals was founded. It was an act of collective nurturing, the recognition that we have a responsibility to care for those who cannot advocate for themselves. Friday asks you to bring that same energy to what you've built this week. The 6th vibration is about nurturing, refining, bringing things into harmony. This is the day to check in on your new beginning, to care for your partnerships, to polish your creative work, to maintain your structures, to ground Thursday's adventures. And here's what most people miss. This is also the day to nurture yourself. You've been building all week. Today, make sure you're not just productive, make sure you're cared for. Money today. Invest in quality. Choose the better tool, the professional service, the product that'll serve you for years, not the cheapest option that'll need replacing. Cheap is expensive in the long run. Your health? Nourish yourself. Cook the real meal. Take the bath. Get the massage. Your body isn't a machine to be optimized. It's a home to be loved. And for your relationships, show up with care. Do the thoughtful thing before you're asked. Today's energy deepens love through consistent attention. Grand gestures are nice. Daily care is everything. Your mantra. I am worthy of the same care and attention I so freely give to others. On Friday. She's been going hard all week. Friday, she takes the morning off. She makes a real breakfast. She reviews everything she's created, the brand, the systems, the upcoming shoot, and she refines it. She also invests in a professional editing software subscription instead of using the free version. She nurtures her business and herself. Derek on Friday. He's frustrated. He's spent all week researching and he still hasn't created anything. He tells himself he's just not talented enough. He's not nurturing his dream. He's starving it. The 6th energy asks, are you caring for what you're trying to build? Or are you just demanding that it perform? What needs your care today? Saturday, April 11th. Day 7 energy. The final day of our cycle. On this day in 1945, American forces liberated Buchenwald concentration camp. It was a day of profound truth-telling, the moment when the world could no longer look away from what had been done. Sometimes wisdom comes through witnessing what we wish we didn't have to see. Saturday completes the cycle. The 7 energy asks you to step back from doing and move into understanding. What have you learned this week? What worked? What didn't? What truth is emerging from your experience? This is a day for solitude, reflection, integration. Not isolation, integration. Take the walk alone. Journal. Meditate. Sit with what you've created and let the deeper meaning reveal itself. Finances today? Step back and analyze, don't act. Look at the patterns in your money decisions this week. Today's energy gives you clarity about your relationship with money, if you're willing to look honestly. Your body needs rest, and I mean real rest. Today's vibration reminds you that recovery is when growth actually happens. Don't skip this. And love? Create space for depth, the meaningful conversation, the quiet evening together. Today's energy connects you through shared stillness and real intimacy, not just keeping busy together. Your mantra. In stillness, I find the truth that action obscures. On Saturday. She takes the morning to journal about the week. She started a business on Sunday. By Saturday, she has a brand, a partner, systems, clients, and an editorial shoot scheduled. She reflects on what she's learned. That starting before you're ready is the only way to actually begin. that the right people show up when you're in motion. That structure creates freedom. She's not where she wants to be yet, but she's no longer where she was 7 days ago. Derek on Saturday. He's still researching, still preparing, still waiting to be ready. And here's the hard truth the 7 energy reveals. He's not preparing. He's hiding. The difference between Maya and Derek isn't talent. It's not resources. It's not even opportunity. It's the willingness to begin before you're ready, to partner before you're perfect, to create before you're certain, to build even when it's boring, to risk even when it's scary, to care even when you're tired, and to reflect even when the truth is uncomfortable. That's the complete cycle. That's this week. What truth is waiting for you in the stillness? So here we are. 7 days. A complete cycle from first step to final truth. We're in Universal Year 1, the Pioneer Year. And this week just handed you the entire instruction manual for manifestation. Sunday asked you to begin. Monday asked you to partner. Tuesday asked you to create. Wednesday asked you to build. Thursday asked you to risk. Friday asked you to nurture. Saturday asked you to understand. And the question isn't whether the energy was available. It was. It is. The question is, did you use it? Because here's what I know after years of studying these patterns, the numbers don't force anything. They just reveal what's already true and offer you the energy to work with it. You can start something real on Sunday, or you can wait for perfect conditions that will never come. You can bring in partners on Monday, or you can grind alone and wonder why it's so hard. You can express your vision on Tuesday, or you can keep it locked in your head where it's safe and useless. You can build systems on Wednesday, or you can rely on motivation that will inevitably fade. You can take risks on Thursday, or you can stay comfortable and stagnant. You can nurture on Friday, or you can burn out. You can reflect on Saturday, or you can just keep doing without ever understanding. The choice is always yours. But the energy is a gift. This week you got to walk through every phase of creation, from spark to wisdom, from courage to truth. And if you actually did it, if you started something real on Sunday and let each day teach you its lesson, then by now you know something you didn't know 7 days ago. You're more capable than you believed. The universe is more supportive than you imagined. And the numbers have been guiding you all along. From first step to final truth, that's the journey. This week you got to take it. I'm Judith. This is Cosmic Code. And I'll see you next week for another journey through the numbers. Until then, trust the pattern. Honor the energy. And remember, you don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step.